United States, like clearly we have huge issues with the prison industrial complex, and in many respects that was set up in a very racialized way of dealing with the last phase of globalization, right? What do we do with displaced labor? Well, if we incarcerate people, and we can create new revenue streams off of their incarceration. And so Black and brown people were put into prison and managed through the war on drugs, among other things. Yeah. But now what we're seeing with the managing the farm, we're seeing here is a push to, address that finally. And I agree that it is something that vitally needs to be addressed, but the removal of people from the prison system will be reframed as one of these human capital finance programs and anti-recidivism social impact bonds. And meanwhile, as all of these satellite constellations go up and we get our digital identities, and the 5G and the 6G infrastructure goes out, and the smart meters go in, and the smart dust is flowing, that the world becomes sort of either a prison farm, maybe you could sort of have some combination of it, and through things called geofencing, and I will say geofencing is an idea that was early developed for marketing campaigns. And I think if people look back at the Tom Cruise film Minority Report, there's like a scene where he's walking through a shopping mall, and the kiosks are talking at him like with this personalized messaging about like, how did you like that shirt you bought, or whatever, as he walks by. And that is geofencing, the idea of tagging personal information as a device, like two devices interact with each other, was a way of doing advertising messaging. But this idea of geofencing, I believe, will be linked in with contact tracing and containment, so that moving forward, if your health status changes through some sensor network, your mobility is going to be restricted, whether that means you're not going to be able to get on public transit or rent an Internet of Things bike, or that, there's going to be a drone fly, by your house if you step out the door, that this geofencing system, and I think we've seen that in Australia and other places, you can only go 5 miles from your house.
Yeah.
Well, how would you know? Well, they're going to know. In the future, they're going to know, and they're training people